Hi everyone, welcome to your Gemini June tarot reading. So happy to have you guys all here. Let's see, angels and spirit guides, please join us now. Please give us the truth and clarity for our highest and greatest good for all those that are watching. What do we need to know for Gemini for June 2022? This is for June, Gemini. Happy birthday, all the Geminis who may have a birthday this month. Gemini, June 2022. So we start off with the Eight of Cups reversed. This is the current situation. And it's crossed by the Five of Cups reversed. Oh boy. In the foundation, or what you might not be aware of, Page of Cups reversed. I'm sorry, Page of Cups. Recent past, Emperor in reverse. What may be on your mind or what you need to know. The Lovers. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it when your own energy comes out in your reading, you guys. That is a really good sign. It means that you are in alignment with your highest self and that you are on the right path. You are in your energy. And in the near future, we've got Four of Wands in reverse. Your attitude or your outlook on the situation, Fool in reverse. And in your environment, we got the High Priestess reversed. Hopes and fears, Ten of Swords. And for the outcome, we've got Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana on the table. That means this is a really big month for you guys. Yes, it's your birthday month. But something's going on in your life right now, and it feels like you might be on the verge of a really big breakthrough. If it hasn't already happened, it's about to. Something that's going to propel you forward. But what we're dealing with right now with the Eight of Cups in reverse, maybe you've recently walked away from a job or relationship. Maybe there's something you've been thinking about it. You've been thinking about leaving, or this could be your person, vice versa. Something that used to satisfy you, you know, it used to work for you, but it just doesn't work anymore. And maybe you've been putting on a front like everything's okay, you know, to the people around you. Maybe you've been pretending like you're happy when you're not. And, you know, it's okay. We outgrow things. We outgrow relationships. We outgrow careers. As we continue to evolve and develop as people, you know, what used to work for us in the past, it's not going to work indefinitely. And that's the nature of life, is things are always changing. Your challenge has to do with grieving over a loss. Maybe you've been grieving for an extended period of time. And maybe you're just feeling like dissatisfied with life in general, or maybe something's happened recently that's had you feel really sad, or just really in your emotions, feeling a little bit out of control with emotions, like you're going to be swallowed up by them. And maybe you're sad because someone left you, or maybe you're sad because you had to leave someone or something behind, and maybe you thought you'd be over it by now. But the challenge in the Five of Cups is to realize that there's two cups still standing. There is still an opportunity for love and joy and fulfillment. But if we spend all our time looking at what was lost, of what was missed out on, of what we no longer have, we're not going to turn around and see those other two cups that are sitting right there. Now with the Lovers coming out, This might be about a relationship. It might be about a soulmate in your life. And soulmates don't have to be romantic. We have all kinds of different soulmates in our life. And you might be thinking about this person. You might be thinking about how you thought that this was going to be forever. You thought that this is the person you were going to spend the rest of your life with. Or maybe you're just realizing that you're wanting to come into better alignment with your own true self and focus more on your own love of self. Maybe you just got out of a relationship and you're realizing, you know what, I need to love myself first before I jump into anything else. And what you might not be aware of, or what's in the foundation, we've got the Page of Cups. You know, someone's wanting to come in and send you a little note of love. It could be, for some of you, an apology. It could be a little, hey, how's it going? Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's the person you had to leave behind. But, you know, with all of this Cups energy right here in the center, it definitely feels like it's a very emotional time for you. And your emotions may feel all over the place. You may feel like, I don't know where I belong. I don't know what's next. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I want. And in the recent past with the Emperor in reverse, for some of you, it might have been a boss. It might have been a job that you had to leave behind. Maybe you were working with someone that just wasn't respecting you, that just wasn't appreciating you, or maybe it was a lover, maybe it was a friend that was a little too controlling or was abusing their power or just was a little too stubborn, set in their ways, unwilling to change. You could have been dealing with an Aries, but, you know, in the near future with the Four of Wands reversed, it just feels like you don't know where you belong. You know, you were supposed to have this happy, you know, relationship or this happy job. Everything was supposed to be perfect, and yet it's not. Something's not quite right, and maybe you don't know what you're doing or where you're going next. Maybe you feel out of place. Maybe you feel like there's a lack of balance or harmony or reciprocation in this situation. And your attitude or your outlook, the way you're approaching it, the Fool in reverse, more potentially Aries energy, you may be feeling like you know what you want to do, you know the move you want to make, but you just don't have the courage or the faith or the confidence to just take a leap of faith and go do it. You may be holding yourself back. You may be playing it safe. And in your environment with the High Priestess, this could be someone, maybe they gave you bad advice, or maybe they revealed some information to you recently that just kind of put your world upside down. It could be someone that you're not speaking to. It could be someone, maybe the silence has gone cold between you two. Your hopes and fears, the Ten of Swords. Maybe you're afraid that this relationship is over, or this job, or this situation. Or maybe you're hoping that it will be over so that you can go on to the next thing, because some part of you knows that this just wasn't quite right for you. And with the outcome of the Wheel of Fortune, my goodness, that's great news. It means that everything is going to turn around, that this is just temporary. Things are about to make a big shift and change. So let's see if we can get any more information. And with the Wheel of Fortune as your outcome, I feel like things might turn out in a way that you're not expecting. I think there might be a surprise. There might be something that you hadn't planned on, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. That could be something comes out of the blue, an opportunity, a person. It could be anything, but it just means that, you know, everything that goes up must come down, and everything that goes down must come back up again. So if you're in a tough place right now, be encouraged that everything must change. Everything. So Spirit, what can you tell us about their current situation, their current energy? The Eight of Cups in reversed is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. My goodness, someone left you out in the cold, someone abandoned or neglected you. It could have to do with a job. Maybe you feel like you just don't have enough. You may be considering leaving that job, or maybe you recently did walk away and you feel like you don't know what comes next. You don't know where your next paycheck's coming from. You don't know where you belong or what you're going to do. And you might be kind of freaking out about it a little bit. Let's see. Can we get any clarity on the challenge? Challenge, Five of Cups in reverse. And we got the Magician in reverse. So yeah, feeling a sense of powerlessness, like you don't have what you need, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know where this is going, feeling kind of lost. And I think the Magician is telling you, you do have what you need. You do have what it takes. You have exactly all the tools and the resources that you need right now to turn this situation around. And even though you may be feeling powerless, you may be feeling regret and sadness and loss and disappointment, I think this is challenging you to look around, turn around and see what opportunities are in front of me that maybe I was missing before. Maybe I was so in a dark place emotionally that I just couldn't see that things maybe aren't quite as bad as I thought they were. So tell me, what is this Page of Cups? What is this Page of Cups that either you're not, something you're not aware of? So we have the Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this could be a separation, separating from friends or family, a lover. And it goes well with the Page of Cups. Someone's wanting to offer you an apology. They've seen that you've become distant, that maybe you haven't been spending as much time with them, or maybe you stopped reaching out to them. And they want to come in and offer you some love. They miss you. They miss you, and they want you back. They miss you. And this could also apply to a job. It can really apply to any situation where you're interacting with other people. So there's been some kind of falling out. And let's see, can we get some clarity on the Emperor for the recent past? Tell us about this Emperor in the recent past. Six of Wands. Yeah, this person might have had a little bit of an ego and pride issue. They might have been a little bit controlling. They might have liked the attention. They may be a very successful person in business, or, just in some aspect of their life. They may like attention. Definitely speaks to business and finances, but it can also apply to a relationship. So tell me about this Gemini energy, the lover's energy that is on their mind, or the conscious energy. What can you tell us about the lover's energy? That beautiful angel on top that is guiding this relationship, that is bringing these two people together. Please clarify the lovers for us, Spirit. Wheel of Fortune coming out again. Wow, yeah, so you guys, someone threw a wrench in your plans. Something did not go the way that you thought it was going to. And this really shook your world. This really turned everything upside down. And you might feel like you've hit a string of bad luck. You may feel like the universe is against you. You may feel like there's certain aspects that, maybe the person had to relocate, or some other aspect has come in between you guys. And it's one of those things that nobody can control, you know. Maybe they had to move, or maybe something came up, and maybe something came up for you and it just spun you sideways, and it was completely unexpected, and you feel like everything is just kind of like spinning out of control. Let's clarify the Four of Wands in reverse for your near future. What is this Four of Wands in reverse? Four of Wands in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, for a lot of you, this is a job. You know, you feel displaced. You feel maybe you lost your job. Maybe you feel like you put all this time and energy into something, and it's just not working out. You know, you're just not being appreciated or recognized or respected. You're just not being supported. And maybe you feel like you don't want to put any more time or energy or effort or investment into this relationship or job or whatever it is, because it's just not giving back to you as much as you're giving to it. So let's clarify the Fool in reverse for your attitude or your outlook. What is this Fool in reverse? Ace of Cups. So this could be new love for some of you. This could be following your heart, you know, doing what makes you feel happy and content and satisfied. And maybe you know what you want to do. Maybe you know, but you just don't have the courage or the confidence to go after it. Or maybe you're just taking a beat because you don't want to do anything reckless. You don't want to jump into the next thing and have it backfire. But the Ace of Cups is showing that you are in touch with your feelings. You do know what you want and how you feel. And if you just follow that, it will never lead you astray. You can trust that. You can trust your heart. So let's clarify the High Priestess. What does the High Priestess in your environment want us to know? Justice. So this is good news, actually. Whatever the situation is, if someone has wronged you or disappointed you, if you've lost your job, if you had a breakup, if some information come out that put a wrench in things, everything's going to work out exactly as it's supposed to. Everything's going to work out for the highest and greatest good of all people involved. And you don't have to worry, because if there's karma that's due someone in your environment, justice, you know, the environment, the universal justice will handle it. You don't need to get retribution. You don't need to, you know, take things into your own hands. Everything will work out, and you can trust that. What is this Ten of Swords in the hopes and fears? What is this Ten of Swords in the hopes and fears? Queen of Cups. Wow, so there was a lot of love here. You really put your heart, you were really sincere in the amount of love and time and nurturing that you gave to something. You really showed up with your full self. And man, it feels like you got burned. But with the Queen of Cups, the Justice, the Ace of Cups, my goodness, if it's a relationship you lost, just take heart, because you've got some new love coming in, and this new love is going to be so much better than the one you left behind. You are going to get what is fair and what is deserving, and you're going to get someone that loves you back just as hardly as you love them. So tell us about the outcome of this situation, the Wheel of Fortune. What can you tell us about the Wheel of Fortune for the outcome of this situation for our dear Geminis for June? Four of Wands in reverse coming out again. Yeah, so, you know, things may have not gone the way you expected them to. You may feel a lack of belonging. You may feel like you don't know where you belong, or things didn't, there's just not this sense of harmony and peace, and there's nothing to celebrate, you know. It's like it didn't go the way you thought. But Let's get us one more for the outcome, for the Wheel of Fortune, an unexpected change, an unexpected shift or change that is universally guided for your highest and greatest good. It feels like you've been displaced. It feels like something didn't work out the way that you were hoping, and you don't know what comes next. The Wheel of Fortune, what can you tell us about the Wheel of Fortune? That would be the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so you're restless. You may be taking a break from a relationship or a job. You may be taking a time out. You may not be speaking. You may be having some sleepless nights, and you're trying to heal. You're trying to rest and recuperate and get a sense of balance and harmony back into your life. But it just feels like you're not quite there yet. And I just want to let you know that just hang in there. The tables will turn. Everything will work out. In the end, you just got to be patient. The wheel is turning. This is only temporary. And with that, let's get us just a couple of cards for maybe some advice. Spirit guides and angels. Oh, here we go. Six of Earth in reverse. Gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan or paying off debts. So, with it coming out in reverse, you may be feeling like you weren't getting what you were worth. Someone wasn't appreciating your time, your effort, your love, your investment in something. And it just feels like you were giving more than you were getting. And sixes are all about balance, equilibrium, giving to others and receiving back, not in a tit for tat kind of way, but in an equal, open, receiving and giving kind of way that leaves everybody involved better off. So this might be an invitation to think about, what are you investing your time and energy in? And is it investing its time and energy back into you? Spirit guides and angels, please give us any advice or other messages that we need to know. Knight of Fire, passion, adventurous, self-assured, restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Yeah, so there's something you need to do, and you need to do it now. It's like act now, think later, do not wait. You know what you need to do. You're not getting what you deserve in this situation. You deserve so much more, and you can get so much more. So go after it. It's not going to come after you. You've got to go after it. You've got to say, I'm not putting up with this anymore. And the second you do that, it's like your energy shifts. And the things, the people, the situations that you attract to yourself, immediately that point of attraction shifts. And you start to see things that maybe you'd overlooked before, that were there the whole time. The Magician. Ooh, that can also be Gemini energy. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. That is such a powerful energy, and it's also the second time the Magician came out. This says you have everything you need to go after what it is that your heart desires, which you know is right for you. So do it. You've got what it takes. You've got the passion, the excitement, the energy. It may not feel like it, but this is the universe saying you do. You've got it. Go after it. Don't hesitate. You know what you got to do. Anything else, spirit guides and angels, that would help us out here? Two of Fire. Yeah, you've got a decision to make. You've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. Yes, exactly. So whether this is a work situation, whether it's a relationship, you've got a choice to make. You are standing at that crossroads, and it's like, do I go left or do I go right? Do I go forward or do I go back? And with this person showing up in this card, it's like, you may not know it, but you've got people around you. You've got someone else that's going to be showing up, if they haven't already, that's going to come right along your side and say, hey, let's go this way. Let's do this together. Especially with the Ace of Cups, it could be a new partner, a new love situation. This is exciting. you guys. This really is. Let's get one more. Spirit Guides and Angels, Gemini for June 2022. 5 of air. Yeah, someone wasn't treating you right. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. Exactly. Exactly. Someone wasn't being fair or honest. Someone was only out to get what they want with no like thought about how they might be hurting other people, how they might be hurting you. And so it's just inviting you to learn what you can from this situation, you know? Like, there are no mistakes. Everything that happens to us in this life, there is something we can learn from it. And when we learn that thing, it's like that situation doesn't have to happen to us ever again. At least it doesn't have to keep happening, because we've learned from it and we've grown and we've learned what the red flags are, and we won't put up with that lower vibrational stuff from other people anymore, because we know what we want, we know where we're going, we know who we are, and those older things will just start to fall away. So let's wrap this up with a little bit of wisdom from Wisdom of the Oracle, Colette Baron Reed. Love this deck. Spirit Guides and Angels. What does our beautiful Gemini need to know for June 2022? What can they know for their highest and greatest good for June 2022? Buy the book. Essential meanings: abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. The Oracle's message: the universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate within a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them, rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. The relationship message: getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want them to. Your connection will deepen as a result. Prosperity message: at this time, you can expect a return on your investment. Whatever you have pursued, be it a dream you've long cherished, a skill you've cultivated, or a service you're called to, will come to you if you are willing to go by the book. You don't need to reinvent the wheel to be successful. Follow in the footsteps of others who've already achieved the things you're striving for. You can learn a lot by observing the structures that are already working. Your creative projects and commitment to prosperity are in alignment with the needs of the world, but impatience may tempt you to cut corners to get there more quickly. Stick with what you know works, and you will attract abundance. Protection message. Now is the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group, take a stand, and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. This is a time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There is no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. Wow, it's amazing how much this reflects what we've already talked about. But, it's at the end of the day, it's just saying, trust your heart, trust your soul, your intuition. You don't have to be a psychic or a medium or super spiritually in tuned to have an intuition. We all have it. And, what is your intuition leading you to do today? Clearly there is something you need to do. There's something you need to go after. And don't hold back, full in reverse. Take a chance, take a risk. And trust that the universe will be there to catch you when you fall. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I hope you got something out of this message, and take care.